Hi, this is Shane Armandreau, and I am extraordinarily excited today to be able to unbox, after so many months of waiting, the Replicade Amusements Dragon's Lair desktop portable arcade machine. And those of you who have been watching this Kickstarter, and we've been waiting forever, Dragon's Lair always meant so much to me. It was the very first time that we saw amazing graphics in a video game because it was essentially a cartoon. And it was animated by Don Bluth, a friend of mine actually, master animator from Disney. And Dragon's Lair took everybody by storm. It was one of the very first, if not the first game that cost 50 cents a play. And when Dragon's Lair was playing in the arcade, everybody was gathered around to watch it because it was unlike anything you'd ever seen before. So now, all these decades later, we now have it in a extraordinarily amazing looking portable version. Now you see I've sealed this. It's already sealed. I haven't opened it. It just came today. I'm dying to open this thing up and show it to you. I'm hoping it's really, really cool. So this has undergone a lot of COVID nonsense, right? Because made in China, injection molding, all that good stuff. That sort of thing has really been a problem for people, especially doing Kickstarter and small type projects. It's been very difficult to get these projects done. So we're going to open up this outer box. It looks like we have an inner box as well. Okay. Gone with that box and that. Okay, so you guys got to look at the box. All right. And it looks like this is just slide open. Okay, here we go. The box was even sealed shut with a piece of double back sticky tape. Are we ready? I'm so excited for this. Oh, here we go. Inside the box, oh my gosh, look at this thing. Inside the box is another box. It's like nesting boxes. Here it is. It actually looks packaged for retail, which is actually really neat. Here, I'll put it over here. Usually these sorts of Kickstarters or small type projects are not like ready to be sold at Walmart, but this guy looks great. It's all sealed. On the back we have a whole bunch of good stuff, what it features. All right, let my camera guy do what he does best. So let's take a look. Let's take a look at each one of these sides, because I see there's some interesting information on the sides. So what we have here says is it looks, plays, and controls like the original Dragon's Lair arcade game. Now, those of you who know me know that Dragon's Lair means a lot to me, and it's got to be as perfect to the arcade as possible. I'm very, very picky. I've worked with conversions of Dragon's Lair to home versions, such as the Nintendo DS. And for me, accuracy is tandem to get the best Dragon's Lair experience. So it says that it looks and plays just like it. We'll see. Don Bluth presents. All right, so this is obviously a licensed product, limited edition, 12-inch play scale arcade machine. And you got to admit, it looks great. If this is what the actual machine looks like, it's not just cover art. It looks great. On the side here, plays the original arcade game. This is great. Authentic arcade controls, and it comes with a bonus replica laserdisc player. Now, for those of you who may have wondered how in the early 80s they were getting cartoon-like graphics, it was simple. They were using a laserdisc. They were basically using a disc media format, and the game would be like a long movie, and you would choose Dirk's direction to keep the movie going. If you were to go in the wrong direction, make the wrong move, then Dirk dies a horrible death, and you got to start over, or at least that scene over. You can see there's a little scoreboard and the whole bit. And on this side, it tells us there's a second screen scoreboard, which is not in a lot of the home versions. There's some sort of version of it, but USB external controller connectivity, right? So this is going to be a little tiny machine to play on. So this will allow you to plug in a USB controller and actually play Dragon's Lair with a real controller, and HD TV connectivity. So essentially this guy becomes a little set-top box. You drop it on your next to your TV, plug it in with HDMI, plug in a dongle and a remote joystick or controller, and you're playing Dragon's Lair on the big screen. We'll probably test that too. Then, of course, let's see if there's anything super cool on the back here. Plays the original 1983 Dragon's Lair arcade game, fully functional secondary screen display, traditional 4:3 aspect ratio, and a gorgeous 4.2-inch screen. Operator menu featuring dip switch settings and cabinet controls. So this is worth noting. On arcade games, the idea was to get the customer to keep putting in quarters, right? That's how they made money. So the operators of these arcades could actually go into the machine. There were little tiny toggle switches that you could set how many lives you start with, how difficult the game was, and in some cases, how often you had to keep putting money in. In fact, there was a setting on Dragon's Lair that you could make them put in more money to keep the game going. Not just if they die, but even if they're doing great, they still have to put more money in. That's where the dip switches come from. Miniaturized, 1/6 scale, cabinet reconstructed from premium materials. We'll find out about that. Illuminated marquee. Oh my God, I'm drooling. Die-cast metal coin door. Blah, blah, blah. It goes on and on and on and on. Wow, I'm so excited to get this thing open. All right, so that's the box. Enough of the exhibition bout. Let's get to the main event. Thick plastic too. It's that thick. I'm totally impressed with how this thing is boxed. The presentation factor. These guys could have cheapened out and put this in a plastic, basic cardboard box and called it a day. But the fact that they've really gone all the way with this makes me very, very happy. Let's see. How does this guy open? Side opening. All right, here we go.
Show the camera first.
Let me open it up. Nice. The Dragon's Lair. This is from the promotional poster. I've actually got one of these signed by all the original creators of Dragon's Lair. I'm going to put this down here.
Oh, stickers.
Nice. Look at this. So we have a package of goodies. We'll open that and look at it in a minute. We have a micro USB cable for power, I'm assuming. One of the early Kickstart bonuses, an actual coin. It's a coin door. Hang on a second. So these you would typically find where you put your coins in. Remember, I told you it was one of the very first, if not the first, 50-cent game. This is made of metal. This feels amazing. And on the back, there's a Replicade. Thank you for backing, right? Special backer thing. And if I pull this guy out, I bet this guy lights up. Let me see. Maybe not. I have to do something special to get that to light up. I don't know. No, we'll look at that later. Very cool, though. This was an extra bonus for Kickstart backers. All right, so let's take our time here. Oh, look at this thing. There's it on the box. Holy hell, look at this thing. All right, we'll keep this over here as a little bit of... There we go. I don't know if that's going to stay up there or not. Close enough. Wow. Wow. Look at this thing. It's gorgeous. I mean, even with the plastic on it, it's gorgeous. Side art. Original side art. All your back. We'll look at that in a minute. More side art. And, of course, the front. Man.
Oh, it's even got a little replica of the coin slot.
Okay, so let's take the plastic off. It's going to go right back in there, too. Wow. This is amazing. So let's take a look at the back. Power switch. USB, HDMI as promised. Also USB 2. It says charge. So I wonder if this thing will actually charge up as well. There's a battery in here. This is cool. This is the vent on the back of the Dragon's Lair machine. And this is pretty cool because the laserdisc player ran really warm, and so they had to keep good airflow in the back of that thing. Volume knob. And it looks like maybe USB 2 here for the controller, and then this is to charge. All right, and USB 1. I wonder why there's two controllers. That'd be kind of cool. And of course,
to put so it doesn't scratch.
All right, and of course the beautiful Dragon's Lair side art. I've got one on this side as well.
Oh, it looks like a sticker almost.
Well, it is, I'm sure. But look at this. Look at this beautiful marquee, and apparently it lights up too. And down here, of course, we have our little screen and player 1 and player 2 buttons, a sword button, a nice clicky control. This feels really good. Doesn't feel too cheap. And there's another sword button over here. On the front, we have a coin door. Supposedly this works. How do I open this thing? Turn it.
Turn and pull, I suppose. How does a normal key door open?
That's how it works. Usually you turn it. All right, maybe there's something I'm missing there. I don't want to get too funky with it, but we'll get that open later.
We could always do another video.
We could always do another video. So let me go from this side here. Maybe, oh, these are buttons. These must be coin ups. Oh. So this is how you insert a coin, by pushing those. And then we'll go ahead and we'll take this off the string. Is there another one up here? There is. Dying to see this thing light up.
Oh, do we have batteries?
It runs on, it should be charged. If not charged, then we'll have to put some power into it. So here we have it. Little speakers in the back. This looks exactly like the original arcade. So are we ready? Let's see if it's charged. I hope this is charged. Here we go. Let's see. I might have to go get a battery. Nope, it is. Let's see.
Oh.
Look at that little scoreboard. Oh my God, it's totally cool. So it's booting up. Digital Leisure, licensed product. I know those guys. Hi, David, Elizabeth. Nice to work with you. This is cool. And wow, it even looks like the power-up. It's a little shorter, though, than the original power-up. The audio's pretty good. That screen looks great. I mean, I wasn't sure it was going to translate small well like that.
You control the actions of a daring adventurer finding his way through the castle of a dog.
Getting a good shot of that screen?
A little bit of glare.
A little glare?
Oh, there we go.
You got it? Okay. Just wanted to be able to see.
In the mysterious caverns below the castle,
This looks amazing.
your odyssey continues against the awesome forces that oppose your efforts to reach the dragon's lair. Lead on, adventurer. Your quest awaits.
Amazing. Okay, so I'm assuming we push the button for a coin. They're even lit up. I wonder if this would take
Insert coins.
Let me see. Let's get some light off. How's that look? Oh, look at that. The marquee isn't well lit.
Dragon's Lair.
Look at that.
Adventure where you become a valiant knight on a quest to rescue the
Is it good to leave the light off, or do you think we should turn it back on?
Off.
Off. Okay, so I'm going to push the button down here, the coin door. Nice. Oh, look at this. It's got a whole menu in here. So screen brightness, game audio, attract mode audio, dirks per credit, marquee, on or off, difficulty level, easy. Okay, so
you could probably put it on medium. You've played this enough.
Joystick sound on or off, and screen blanking. So what would screen blanking be?
Maybe when you're in between scenes, if it would.
Yeah, so when the laser disc would seek to the next scene, it would blank the screen. And so that's really cool that they give you the option to sort of play it exactly the way that it was. And what about this button? Does this do anything special?
Which button?
Oh, so that was the menu. Ah, here we go. Coins. And you see the little coin indicator for the credits up at the top. All right, let's see. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this one-handed here. Let me see. I can sword with this finger. All right, here we go, right?
Mm-hmm.
Press one player. It should buzz. It does. Okay, here we go. Cool. It skips the bridge like it should. This is freaking amazing. It feels dead on. A lot of the home versions don't do this right. It feels perfect. The timing is rough. God, the control feels great. Ooh, one of the random scenes. This doesn't come up in every game. Nice. Perfect. It's exactly the way it's supposed to be. God, I love it when people really care about what they're doing. It's amazing. So far, I found no problem with timing. Oops. My fault. And it skipped the scene like it should. So this is definitely easy mode. The sound sounds great too. Better than I expected it to sound. Hard to hear on the video, I know.
You know, the volume control.
Ah, crap. Go with the sword direction, not against it. Haven't had my warm-up game. Nice. Good timing on that one. Good. That's a pain to get right. I'm guessing this is emulated. I don't remember that being backwards first, but...
How do you know which one to go to?
It can be either. You can get off on any of them. Oh, crap. I'm going to die. I should have tested the ropes. One of the things that they cut out of the home version is the extended version of the fire ropes. That's going to take forever. So I'm curious if I can just push that in the middle and it comes right back up. Well, this looks great. I mean, obviously we need to do a little more time and testing with regards to the accuracy of the emulation. But, I mean, initial feelings is that this is fantastic. This is great. I'm really curious how to get this door open, though. I don't quite have the fingernails to get a hold of this thing. Can you push it to get it open? I mean, this definitely opens somehow. I just don't know what I'm doing. I guess I can read the instructions. Let's take a look at those. I'm going to turn the light back on. And we'll just let this... can I reset this thing? I guess I can turn it off. Turn it off. I'll turn it back on. I'll just let it sit here and run in the background here for a minute. Let's see what we got in here. So we have your standard charging cable. And let's see what we got in the bag. So Great Daphne. This is this a sticker?
It's a sticker.
Feels like a sticker. A little textured.
Magnet, maybe?
What's this for, I wonder? You know what? I wonder if this is what you use to attach the front of this and peel it off. I don't know. We'll see what the instruction book says. Oh, look at this. It's a little tiny replica. If you worked in an arcade, you wanted this thing not to be in a track mode because you heard this like every 30 seconds. So here's this is a laserdisc. This is a replica of the original laserdisc.
I'd be careful.
I'm going to be very careful with this guy. Let's see if I can... Where's the flap? Is the flap just right here at the top? I'm going to open this thing one way or the other. It's so... Oh, here we go. Oh, I see. Oh, it's that kind. All right, so let's take a look at this.
You'd have to tell me.
This is amazing.
It looks exactly like it.
So the Laserdisc, this of course is a replica. Oh, it's got scratches or something. Oh, I wonder if this is plastic on top of it. I'm not going to peel the plastic off. I'm assuming that's what it is. So yeah, this is exactly what a Laserdisc looked like for Dragon's Lair. It went inside of a little big Laserdisc player. Now remember, Laserdiscs are 12 inches, so you're talking like good size, right? I've actually got Laserdiscs hanging up in my living room. But this looks exactly like it. Even the kind of the logo and layout of the thing look very much like the original Laserdisc, which is fantastic. Collectors actually collect the Laserdiscs themselves, even though they don't put them in games. Get them signed by Don Bluth or other folks. So supposedly, like, there's a handful of these that came from the factory signed by Don Bluth and Gary Goldman. I did not get one, apparently.
Well,
so,
you already got a signature poster.
But I do, and frankly, Gary and Don will probably sign this for me if I take it over there. But
you're friends with them,
I'm
so
friends.
calm down.
I can get one. But that'd be really... Oh, what's this?
I don't know.
Oh, the little tokens. Can you get in on that?
Let me focus.
You mean hold it up for there's better light?
Nope, I got it.
Little tiny replica.
I wonder if you can put them in there and it will actually let you open the thing and put them in. I wonder if there's an actual slot in there. I'd try it. I mean...
Oh, hey, we're already here, right?
Do not drop those. Cause...
Oh, I know. I'll never get them back in the little baggie.
Well, no, I'm saying you'll never find them.
Is this just sealed? Oh, no. There it is.
Yeah.
There's a lid there. There we go. Oh, damn. Let's pop right out.
Very light.
They're like, they feel like metal, though. You want to try to put one in? Or
Yeah,
I'll try to put one in.
you put one in.
No, there's nothing going in there.
How about the other one?
Oops, so hard to keep your little paws on.
Do they fit in the coin return? That'd be kind of cool.
Probably go in there, but all right. How many were there? 4. Make sure 4 get right back in there. These are way cool. All right. Well, that's neat. I'm curious. I'm assuming that the booklet will tell us what that little magnet thing is for.
Wonder where the player itself is.
It's inside the machine, I'm sure.
So we have to figure out how to get that open.
See, there's all sorts of fun stuff to do here.
Not so fun as pain to put them all back.
Okay.
What?
Where's the 4th one? How did we lose one already?
What you could do is you could shine light on it.
It's like, what the hell, man?
What I tell you, you lose them, you'll never find them.
You'll never find them. This is true.
It's exactly like Legos, except
these you won't break your foot stepping on these.
I don't know how people break their feet stepping on them.
All right, so let's take a look at the instruction manual. This actually kind of looks like the original instruction manual, too. I never owned one personally, but I know what they look like.
Hey, well, now you haven't owned a replica.
So here we go. Special thanks. Don Bluth, of course, is listed on there because he is the man. So light up marquee, scoreboard. I think we've pretty much covered most of it. What does it say 16 is?
16, laser disc drawer. Mini laser disc
okay,
player.
so we're going to have to get that. And what is 17 is
non-stick grip pads.
Okay.
So the bottom.
All right, we'll take a look at that. Oh, look at this. Okay, so let's see. How to charge, connecting tips, how to start a game, using external USB controllers and HDMI, how to play, hints for gameplay, navigating the menus.
How to open the door.
Mini laser disc tips. Each Dragon's Lair comes with a mini replica laser disc to put inside the drawer. The mini remote comes in a separate bag.
That's what this is.
To open the rectangular area underneath the laser disc model. You should feel the remote fit in snugly with the flat tool placed on the right side of the mini remote to remove... Oh, I see. Okay.
This is the mini remote.
Caution, choking hazard, warranties, blah, blah, blah. And then it's in like 17 other languages. So
that's the mini disc thing right there. Yeah, that right there. You might be able to just pop that off. Yeah.
There we go.
Oh my gosh.
And there it is. Here's the replica. People said that they didn't want one of these things unless it had a replica of it. Look at this. This is really cool. So
I wonder if the door doesn't open.
Oh, here we go.
If it's just this.
So here's... Oh, look at that. There's a little tiny remote for the...
So what's that thing?
I don't know what this is now. I don't know. We'll figure it out later.
Yeah. Does that look like a laser disc player?
It does. So here we go.
Got little buttons on it.
Take this plastic off. And there's the player itself. You open it up, you put the little disc in. We're going to put the disc in, right?
Yeah.
I think we have to, I think, at this point. So let's see here. It should be easier to open this time. Yeah, that doesn't always last forever. Okay, here we go. So we'll get the little laser disc out. Put the little laser disc in there.
Oh, that's the remote goes, right?
And then the remote goes right there.
Open the remote there.
I guess I can just...
Model 3.
Yeah, there were various models of these. These Laserdisc players failed a lot. And so arcade owners had to put in a lot of cash to keep these things up and running. They were cash cows, and they made a lot of money on them. So, and this
now you can put it back in.
Now I can put it back in, and I can
play your game.
Put my little thing back in here. And then it said something about 17. Oh, the little non-grips on the bottom. And then what's on the bottom here? Let's take a look there. I didn't even look down there.
Just a little...
Does it say anything cool? I can't really see it from over here.
Dragon's Lair is a registered trademark of Bluth Group.
Just copyright stuff. Okay, so maybe this drawer doesn't actually come open. This door doesn't come open, but it wiggles like it should come open.
It should turn, if anything.
But I don't think... I think it's just there to be a replica. So... And that's exactly how the front doors felt. I mean, they had this loose feeling to them, like you could just crank them open and start knocking off credits. So anyway, I think that's the short version of it is this is an amazing, this is nice and durable. It's fully featured. It's got everything that you could want. A real working scoreboard. It's got good audio. It's obviously got excellent emulation, but we'll put that to the test. Probably do that with a controller on the TV, to be honest with you. And it's very playable. I mean, I was kind of concerned that you wouldn't be able to play something this small, that it was just for show and you really wouldn't be able to play it. But I think I beg to differ. The screen size is big enough that you can see what's going on. This control, the joystick, is very, very good. What do you think, Brian? You touch the joystick?
I don't know what a real joystick feels like.
But you can feel that it doesn't feel crappy quality. It feels
good.
Feels good, right?
Well, here's the real question. Are you actually going to play that, or are you going to put it up for display?
I don't know. I'm probably going to do both. I'm definitely curious, though, about how the external USB controllers work, and I'm interested to see what it looks like on a big screen, because everything looks good on a 4-inch screen. Doesn't necessarily look as good when you put it up on the TV. So maybe we should put it up on the TV and try that. Good. Okay, we're back. I've got the Dragon's Lair mini arcade cabinet plugged into the TV via HDMI. You have to take my word for it. There's a cable back there. Messy house. So we have a HDMI cable plugged in. I already made sure it's got the right selection on the receiver. So I'm just going to flip this guy on and we'll see how it behaves. I'm still stunned at just how good this looks. It's not made of cheap plastic or anything terrible. So it's kind of fun. We got a boot up. This almost kind of gives me that Raspberry Pi boot up sort of feeling. As you can see, this is definitely not this is not HD. To be sure, you can see a lot of the jaggies. It's definitely
looks better on here.
Lower resolution. So let's see here. So
does the screen appear on the game itself?
I was just going to talk about that. So while you're HDMI'd out, the screen shuts off, but the scoreboard stays here. So there's no scoreboard overlay or anything, which makes it, to me, a lot more authentic. In the arcade, when Dragon's Lair would be a full-size stand-up machine, there'd be people gathered all around it trying to watch what people were doing. The arcade operators would get television sets and mount them on top of the arcade cabinet and then echo the video out from the arcade cabinet to a TV up high where everybody could gather around behind the people who were gathered around and watch what was going on. So being able to export this video isn't just a matter of convenience, it's a lot like it used to be. And if I was really, really cool, if I was really smart, I'd buy a little tiny replica TV and I'd put it right on top of here and I'd run that video in. So as you can see here, I mean, it may not come in on the video very well. This is not what I would consider HD graphics, and that's okay. It is probably what I would call more of a 480p, maybe 720-ish, but listen, this isn't a substitute for owning like a high-definition version of the game. But it does look perfectly good. It's smooth, it's playing just fine. And as we mentioned before, it is not on the little screen while it's on the big screen. So I'm gonna put a coin in here. And the audio, however, which I find very interesting, the audio from this unit and through the HDMI cable are both playing at the same time.
What if you turn down the volume on the system? Will it stop playing? Okay, now try it maybe.
Oh, so this is an interesting point. Maybe we found our first flaw. If you turn down the audio on the unit because you don't want to hear an echo, it actually controls the audio out through the HDMI. So I would consider that the first of the negative factors of this unit. Not that it's a big deal, but it's worth noting. Can you hear that echo? There's a delay. That could ruin some of the fun of the game too, if the delay between this and the screen.
When you're playing, you won't care about the audio.
Probably not. So let's see here. And believe me, I'll know based on the timing.
If it's delayed at all?
Here we go. Let's see if it does the long pull. It does. Now see, I'm pretty sure I made that move there. I mean, that's not a complicated move. But I'm still getting used to the controller. So. Feels okay, timing-wise, even through HDMI. Okay, we've kind of done this whole bit before. Let's go ahead and let him die. So the next question is, what about, are you just going to wait for him to die? There you go. All right, so now that Dirk is dead. So the other question is how well does a USB controller work, right? Because it does have ports for a USB. I have a standard Xbox Elite controller. I guess it's not really standard, but a standard USB type controller. I'm going to plug it into the back here. I don't know if this is going to take effect or if I have to reboot. Okay. Oh, it's picking it up. Let's take a look here. All right, we got it going on. A button for sword. Oh crap! I can't believe they let me through that. I actually did the wrong move.
Interesting. What's the catch?
That double echo is going to make me nuts. This is he lands. Ah, see, I'm not sure about that timing. You're supposed to make that right just as he lands. Again, we're going to have to do something a little more concrete testing-wise with that. Okay, so we've tested HDMI out. We definitely tested with a controller. Good to go. What else do we need to do with this guy? I mean, obviously I have to do some long-term emulation tests to make sure that it is truly on par with the arcade game. And that's what a lot of people expect me to do. You want me to tear apart any version of Dragon's Lair or Space Ace or any Don Bluth game and make sure that they've done their homework. So far it looks pretty good. That delay, some of my deaths could have been lag between the controller or HDMI lag because I'm attuned to audio cues. So without going into further depth of emulation, we have a couple more things we need to do with this. We need to see how long it'll run on a single battery charge, which we're not going to do for this video. And we need to come back and talk to you about what is the emulation like. I'll take it all the way to the Dragon's Lair and I'll test every single scene, front to back, front and center, and I'll make sure that it looks exactly the way it should be. So that'll be for a follow-up video. But for now, this guy is now available. I do believe you can start ordering these for 120 bucks online. Kickstarter people are still getting there, so I wouldn't expect to get one of these outside of an early a pre-order at this point in time. There's a couple of different companies that are selling them online. But so far, everything that I've got going on here gives me perfect vibes of the game. The quality, the construction, the design, the attention to detail. I'm calling this a big winner. So if you're sitting on that pre-order button and you're waiting for somebody who really loves Dragon's Lair to give you the thumbs up, I'm going to give you the preliminary thumbs up. If you still want to wait for the emulation stuff, we'll do that another time. For now, please, if you enjoyed this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell notification so you know when we release new videos, and be sure to share it with your friends because there's a lot of people who love Dragon's Lair, and I'm one of them. I'm Shane R. Monroe. Take care.